Hey everyone, it's David Mendel here with Valley Premier Team at My Home Group, and this
is Brogan McGuire with Coppell Home Loans.
Today we're here to speak with you about when to not buy a home. And there are lots of reasons why you should buy a home. However, there are in fact times when you should not.
Yeah.
So what are some of those?
The first reason really is your timeline. And it really kind of goes to maybe what your career is. You know, if you know you're moving a lot, you're only in a city for a year or two, by the time you pay closing costs and all that and actually get into a home, it may not pencil out for you. You know, outside of the last year or two, generally homes have appreciated about 2 or 3% on an annual basis, and if you're only there for a year, well, you're going to end up losing money by the time that you sell it after 12 months. So if you know you're not going to be there very long, renting probably makes a lot more sense for you.
And even in a market like we have today, when values are strong, appreciation is real, it is happening, there is still always an element of risk to any investment. And so if you know you're going to be leaving, you're going to be here less than 2 years, then there are other considerations. For one, there are capital gains. And since neither one of us are tax attorneys or CPAs, we're not going to go too far into that, but there are some penalties, or what could be considered penalties, that you would be left paying even if you were turning a profit. So, that's, again, just one reason to not buy a home. Another might be if you're averse to risk or commitment. Buying a home is a real legitimate large commitment. It's not something to be taken lightly. It's something that you're not only going to make, the initial purchase, you're going to be out some cash up front, but you're committed to keeping up with the house. There's always maintenance involved. There's always there are always things to do. Sometimes things are going to break. Sometimes you're going to have to plan for updates or upgrades. And those are not necessarily bad things. Those can lead to be very good things in the future, maybe add value to the house. However, in the immediate, they are still expenses. And again, if you're averse to that commitment, something you might consider. Some of the other reasons.
Well, I think the number one reason, if you will, would be that if you simply can't meet ends meet now and you don't own a home, buying a home will not solve that problem. I know we talk a lot about how real estate and buying a home can lead you to generational wealth and really build that lineage for you and your family. That being said, that only works if you can keep the house. Mm-hmm. So if you're renting now, or maybe you're not renting, whatever your living situation may be, and you're struggling, owning a home will not help that. Like David said, they're big commitments. Mm-hmm. They're massive, massive commitments, and it can be extremely rewarding having those commitments. That being said, if you are already struggling just to meet, rent and utilities, by the time, even if your mortgage payment is the same as your rent, like you said, there's always outside variables that you can't control, and at the end of the day, you will be responsible for because it's your home.
Yeah, it's a great point. And one last reason, and these are not exhaustive, so I'm sure there are a lot of other reasons, but one last reason that comes to mind: don't buy a home just to buy a home. And what I mean by that is, if you're in the market to buy something, you've got an idea of what it is that you want to own. Sometimes you can get caught up in this carnival-like atmosphere of just bidding on homes and writing offers just to win a bid. Mm-hmm. If the home doesn't satisfy your need, don't buy the home. That is an almost immediate recipe for disaster and loss. Make sure that, again, homes are a wonderful investment. They're a wonderful thing in general, but make sure that it meets your specific needs and desires. So, again, not an exhaustive list, but we hope that gives you a few things to think about. We hope that it gives you a little insight into what not to do when you're considering shopping for a home. So, until next time, I'm David.
I'm Brogan.
And we will talk to you very soon.